Clean eating part 2. So today we're going to be talking about eating clean with packaged foods and is it really possible? So I'm Bree. I'm the registered nurse and certified health coach at hippydippymom.com. I'm here to help you beat the brain fog so you can gain energy and be the happy mom that you dream of. Make sure wherever you're watching this to like, follow, subscribe, and share the video. So earlier this week, I mentioned this is part 2. Earlier this week I talked about clean eating. We talked about what it means, is it really that important, and how to get started with clean eating. I talked a little bit about packaged foods and mentioned I would come back later in the week to talk about that because it really is its own subject. And even in this video, because I try to keep my videos between like 10 and 15 minutes long, I can't go into everything that there is about eating healthy packaged foods because it really is its own kind of lengthy, detailed subject. But I'll give you lots of important information and tips in this short video. So unfortunately, we cannot really eat clean with packaged foods. It's just not possible. As I mentioned in the first video, eating clean means eating things as Mother Nature produces them without interference of man. And so when we're eating packaged foods, obviously man makes them. So it's not really possible to eat truly clean if we're including packaged foods. But what I'm going to share with you today is how to find the healthiest packaged foods that are out there. So I'm going to share with you words and ingredients you're going to want to avoid, and then words and ingredients you're going to want to look for, just to make the whole process easier. So what I'll list right now the ingredients and the words that are on packages that you really want to pay attention to avoid. And what I like to do with my clients is explain why you want to avoid them, because I feel like that's really important to know. Like I said, this video is short, so I can't go into that detail here. If you want that detail, please feel free to private message me or direct message me on Instagram and Facebook at hippydippymom. So some words that you want to avoid are enriched, which usually refers to a flour. You want to avoid soy, anything that is soy on a product. Ascorbic acid, so that's a man-made version of vitamin C. It's not really vitamin C. So you want to avoid ascorbic acid. You want to avoid canola oil, vegetable oil, the word hydrogenated, the word flavor, even if it says natural flavor, colors if there's a number next to it. But it gets a little tricky because then you also want to avoid like caramel color and things like that. Let me know in the comments if you find any of those words or ingredients shocking, if you already knew all of those, or what are some words that you look for on packaging that is your clue that you don't want to eat that. Let me know in the comments. Now some things you want to look for. You want to look for grass-fed, no antibiotics. You want to look for real ingredients. Stamps like the non-GMO Project Verified are a bonus because we know that they're kind of monitoring some of the healthier foods, and when their stamp is on it, they obviously approve of it. Organic is important to look for on packaged items, but it can get a little tricky because there is very minimal regulation on what companies can put on their labels. So a company can put organic on their product when only a few of the ingredients are organic. So reading the actual ingredients is very important. And I actually brought a couple of examples from my pantry, so I can show you. So I love these. It's Epic They're pork rinds. You can see right here it says raised without antibiotics. So I mentioned that that's something important to look for. The ingredients are just pork skin, pork fat, pepper, salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. That's it. No preservatives. And these are freaking good. These are really, really good. The pepper and salt are my favorite flavor of those pork rinds. These are an awesome Costco find. They're organic sweet potato crackers. The ingredients are just organic yellow corn, and that's really important. If you're buying anything with corn in it, it must be organic because corn and soy are the top genetically modified crops in the US, so we do not want anything GMO. Organic sweet potato, organic sunflower oil, organic flaxseed, organic sesame seeds, organic chia seeds, and sea salt. So that is all that's in there. Barbecue sauce. I do not like ketchup, so I like barbecue sauce. Ingredients are water, organic tomatoes, organic yellow mustard, organic apple cider vinegar, organic balsamic vinegar, sea salt, and then a bunch of organic spices. That's it. So I've mentioned in previous videos that sauces are well known for containing a buttload of sugar. There was no sugar in there. So just some things, you know, to look for on labels. Also, you're going to want to monitor the sugar. This is something I should have mentioned when I was talking about what to avoid. But we know that there is a max recommended daily amount of sugar for men, women, and children. And so when you're starting to read labels for the ingredients, just keep in mind that even things like honey and maple syrup and fruit juice are forms of added sugar. So keep that in mind and really monitor your sugar intake. Now, as I mentioned in the earlier video about clean eating, an objection I hear a lot is about the cost. And again, just start to make that mindset shift that you're either paying for the quality of your food or you're paying for, you know, with the quality of your life. So I want high quality food so I can have a high quality of life, and I save more now and in the future on medical costs. And I don't want low quality of food or low quality of life and then high medical bills. So just kind of start to make that mindset shift a little bit. And again, you know, we all have a budget to keep in mind. Packaged foods are not anything that we need. So keep that in mind too. If you really have to budget, it's a tight budget maybe, you really have to consider the cost. Just keep in mind that you don't need crackers, you don't need barbecue sauce, you don't need fruit snacks, you don't need, you know, really anything that comes in a package. The most important foods that our body absolutely must have are fruits, veggies, and clean meats. So keep that in mind as well. That's it for today. If you have questions, please feel free to, again, private message me or direct message me on Facebook or Instagram at Hippy Dippy Mom. And that is it for today. Take care, friends.